This dude was hooking up with another one, and he topped him, and then he had an infection in his penis, and he was like, why is it burning? And why is it swelling up? And he went to the doctor, and he had a jalapeno seed stuck in the tip of his penis because the guy had eaten like tacos that night or the night before or whatever and had a jalapeno seed in his butthole. And then, yeah.
Hey, you're listening to Babes and Bad Decisions podcast. We're babes, we make bad decisions, and we're here to tell you about them. My name's Elena.
I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Emily. Gang, gang. Let's do it.
Bang, bang.
Never do that again.
I've started doing weird stuff while Elena does her intro. I just like throw up peace signs or I mouth along with her. This time it was like dancing.
It's really hard to keep a straight face and get through it nowadays.
But just in general.
I thought I did pretty well on that one.
Just in general.
Just in general.
Getting painful.
Like a jalapeno seed in your penis. All right, ladies.
Oh my god.
What's our episode about today?
It's similar. I mean, it is booty calls
Booty
and hookup
calls.
culture.
Yeah.
So to begin, what is a booty call versus a hookup?
I've never thought about this question before.
Well, now you get the chance to.
I
Put
think
you on the spot.
I think a booty call is like that, like I think of you and your boyfriend when you guys were like just hooking up.
Yeah.
And you guys would have an emoji.
Oh, yeah. I was going to talk about
That's
this.
what I think a booty call
Don't
is.
tell her story.
But like so
No, she can
basically
talk about it.
basically I think a booty call is when out of nowhere you could be like, hey, you free tonight? And then that just immediately means that you guys are just gonna fuck.
Mm-hmm.
While a hookup, I think there's like a little like Netflix and chill that goes along with it, you know, like maybe like a glass of wine or two, or maybe like a
bottle
pizza.
of wine. Oh.
Like there's just more not a glass of wine, the bottle.
bottle.
The bottle.
That's how I live my life.
Yeah.
By the bottle.
I guess I was going to say that I think hookup is, in my mind, is more of like a one-time thing, you know, like you go out to a club or a bar or something and then you like hook up with someone while you're there, whereas I feel like a booty call, like you said, is more of like a reoccurring thing.
I feel like there's also more effort in a hookup than a booty call. I feel like when you're on the booty call like level, it's kind of just like, we're here to fuck.
I feel like a booty call can be a hookup. Like I feel like they can be the same thing. It's just like a booty call is a specific instance where you're like, it's late at night or you just got home from the bar and you're like, hey, what you doing? Like WYD, you know?
Or in this case, the emoji.
The emoji. Yeah. Do you want to tell that story now?
Sure. So my current boyfriend, when we first met, we were strictly casual friends with benefits type thing, like fuck buddies. I don't know how it came up, but we decided that we wanted to have an emoji that we could just text each other like out of the blue with no context, and we would both know what it meant. And so we did. It ended up being the red boxing glove, which I don't know. I really don't.
It's game time.
Yeah,
because you're about to fuck them up.
We're about to wrestle.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You ready to get fucked?
Because you were just. Never mind. It's gonna get a little
Fisting.
inappropriate. Yeah, fisting.
Wait, how tall are you?
5 foot.
5 foot, coming from the back right corner at
120 pounds.
120 pounds. We have the big Zwiner. And in the back left corner, I can't say his name, but at a whopping however many pounds, we have.
Do it in the sheets.
Yeah, we have a little beep.
That was good.
So, my friend Howie said this to me earlier, and I thought it was pretty accurate. He said the only thing you need to know about a fuck buddy is, do you have an STD?
Honestly? And are you over the age of 18?
Yes. But I mean, I would hope.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
But I understand what he's saying.
Yes.
And it's pretty true.
It is very true.
That is really all you need to know.
And then with booty calls, how do you feel about having multiple, like at the same time or on the same night? Like, would you text multiple people to be like, who responds quickest? And then, or who do I like the most? And if he's or she's not going to respond, I'll move on to the next.
I would.
Yeah, I would. If you got him, Falana, man.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I've never been in that situation, but if I had multiple, yeah, I would probably do the thing where I would like text the one I actually wanted to see first, and then if they didn't respond, I would like, okay, next choice.
Move on to the
and on to the
go
next.
down the roster,
down the list.
Fuck
Yeah.
buddy number 1, number 2.
Yeah. It's my
Exactly.
boyfriend says all the time that he talks about a roster, and I had never heard it said that way until I met him.
What?
Apparently it's a super popular thing.
How have you not heard that before?
I don't know, I just never heard of it. But yeah, apparently people have like rosters of like people that they hook
Oh,
up
hell
with.
yeah. A team and B team.
Animals. Animals.
So yeah, I would do it.
Where were you on his roster?
I don't
Number
know.
Did
one,
you ask
baby.
that? You should ask that.
I feel like I was probably number 1 because I don't know that he was hooking up with anyone else, at least not like reoccurringly.
What's
you
his
should ask
body
him.
count?
You should fight about this.
I will.
Do you know his body count?
20s.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Fucking animal.
But I mean, I was over there and he was over here enough that I feel like I had to have been at least top 2.
Oh, yeah. Top 2.
At least. I would say number 1, but I'm, you know.
But
I'm
also,
being-
like, look at you. Of
Being
course you were
humble.
number
Good job.
one.
You're on top 2 of your boyfriend's roster.
I mean, now I'm number 1, so that's all that matters.
There's the only one on the roster. He left the
Exactly.
team. But no, it's funny. I've actually, on this topic, like, I have asked people, because we were talking about protection, and so the guy I used to hook up with, I was like, I have to be careful because, like, I don't know who you're sleeping with, whatever. And he was like, he's like, what time, when do you think I'm sleeping with other people? He's like, how much time do you think I have
Yep.
to, like, sleep with other people? He's
Yep.
like, I'm only sleeping with you. I was like, all right, fair.
Yeah, that's
So I
kind
was
of what
like-
I meant. I was like, I feel like we were doing it enough that I don't know when he would have done it with anyone else.
Can't get enough. All right, moving on. If you offered, do you think your friends of the opposite gender would hook up with you?
Yeah.
I have a marriage pact with one, so I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would really hope so. Well, like a good portion of my guy best friends are gay or
Gay.
bi, but
Yeah.
but no, I have a few sprinkled in there that
Oh my god.
still have that straight gene going strong.
Oh my god. So weird.
I'm not gonna deny it.
She doesn't know how to
but-
talk about this.
She doesn't.
No,
It's
I
okay.
really don't. But I have a roster, I would say.
Yeah.
Like a potential roster that they don't know about, but it's there
Yeah.
when necessary.
Yeah, I feel like most people do. Like, I feel like a lot of girls have well, here are all my guy friends, and I know which ones of them would hook up with me.
Yeah.
There's like a nice little backup list. Like, if I'm bored or I'm feeling chaotic, who am I gonna fuck today?
Probably fair. Let us
Yeah.
know if you have one.
But you know, okay, I do have to say though, if you know that you can get with one of your friends, do not take advantage of that until you are in desperate times, because once you cross that bridge, sometimes
Yeah.
It's hard to
you
go
might
back.
not get them back. So
Oh,
which
yeah.
one's more important at the end of the day? So
Yeah.
Also depends on how close you are.
That's true. But I feel like the
That's
fun
true.
in it is knowing, like, I have a good friend back home that he liked me in high school, and, like, it kind of fizzled out, and we were hanging out a lot when I was living back in Orlando, and I was just, I looked at him and I was like, I could get with you if I wanted to, and it would be so very easy.
Yep.
It would take, like, one move, and it would be over for you, buddy. But I didn't.
I always thought that you guys should date or get married or
Date?
something.
Ew,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Not ew. He's, like, a wonderful guy. He's one of my good friends, but
That's the thing. It's like,
you for
okay, you
real?
think he's a wonderful person. You guys have known each other forever. And, like, you could hook up with him. So it's like,
yeah, but I don't necessarily want to.
okay.
Yeah, I just think that's an interesting concept, because I've asked a lot of my girlfriends of, like, all right, how many of your guy friends do you think you could, like, bed, easy, simple, you know?
Right.
Like, one move. And all of the girls I've talked to have been like, yeah, almost all of them.
Yeah.
Almost every guy friend I have. That's straight. Unlike Charlotte, who most of her guy friends are like men.
I feel like
Pickens.
now that I like genuinely think about it, I'm pretty sure it's like at least 50-50, or
yeah.
I actually only have two. No, I have three.
We
gay
only
best
have
friends.
4 friends total, so.
Yeah, I have actually -4 friends.
And
They
most of
just
them are LGBT.
fucking left those bitches in New York. Wait, most of them what?
I said most of your friends are LGBT.
Yeah,
Plus.
most of them are.
All right, moving on. Do you guys have, or did you have, like, a specific booty call, your go-to?
I've had many.
Do you,
My
Charlotte,
ex.
Charlotte, do you currently have a booty call?
I do. I just never use him. I've like taken a hard
In Tallahassee?
break. Yes.
Yeah. I used to have a booty call, but we have not talked in a hot minute, so.
Really?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
new. You're hearing it first.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You're hearing it here first.
There you go.
I would say honestly keep it to 3 or 5 because I feel like after 5 it's gonna get messy.
Yeah, I agree.
Because what I do, I think I've talked about this before, but the people that I have as potential booty calls, I'll put a little emoji next to their name on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason I had to start doing that is because I ended up like messaging them instead of my friends, and they were like, hello? And I'm like, oh shit, this is the wrong person. They're like, but drinks tonight? And I'm like,
no.
No.
Don't talk to me.
I'm just here for the sex. That's it. Please.
Don't
no
speak.
talkie.
No talkie.
So, are you more on the receiving end of booty calls, or do you do the booty calling?
No, receive.
Every time that I've had booty calls, it's always been a good 50-50, I would say.
Yeah, I would
Because,
agree.
like, I will definitely put out the booty calls, but if I've been doing most of the booty calling lately, then I'll just kind of wait and let them come to me, which
Yes.
they always do. But,
Not to toot your own horn or anything.
but toot toot, motherfucker. Yeah, so I'd say probably a good 50-50.
They always come crawling back. No, I think I've done it like once or twice.
Mhm.
Other than that, it's more of, hey, you, are you up? Drinks? That's like,
Oh my goodness.
that is the go-tos.
Ew.
For all the guys out there, if you're fucking you up,
Just get the emoji.
Just
That's
get
so,
out now.
like,
Just get out now.
2014. Come on.
You up? Not anymore, bitch.
I have honestly never received. Oh no, that's not true. I have received a "you up" text, but it was from my most recent ex-boyfriend, and I was in a different state, and he was like, "You up?" And I'm like, "What are we gonna do, honey?
Yeah,
What could we
seriously.
possibly do? When
We're
we
gonna
are
have phone sex now or what? Like,
Start the 8-hour drive now.
just hop in my car.
I mean, if
vroom,
he made the
vroom.
drive, I would have let him slide. That rhymed. If you do the drive, I'll
Goodbye.
let you slide. But anyway, yeah, I would say it's been pretty even for me. But I definitely put out feelers to then like make them come to me a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's more fun than being the one who does the booty calling.
Oh, for sure.
All right, do you guys have really any terrible hookup stories? Or like what can
Catchphrase?
go wrong? Catchphrase. yeah.
Catchphrase. Just period.
Correct.
Catchphrase. No common sense.
Please refer to our past episodes.
These were probably the worst ones. And they're pretty bad, so I think they set the bar pretty high.
Yeah. My one really bad hookup story was in high school. I went to this small party. I think you guys have heard this story before. But I went to this small party, and there was this guy there that was friends with a friend.
the leprechaun
and-
criminal.
No. Different
Oh.
party, different guy.
That's a
'cause
story
I
for
di-
another day.
I didn't hook up with him that same night that I met him. I waited like a couple weeks. But so this guy, he was at the party, we started talking, and we went back to hook up, and like this poor man's, his dick was so small.
Oh, like micro?
It had to have been close. Like, it was one of those things where like his dick came out and I was like, really?
Oh, I've heard the story.
You're like, where's the rest
I've heard
of it?
this story.
Like, I felt bad because like there's nothing he can do about it, but it was really small. So anyhow, so
Anywho.
he starts going down on me. Terrible. Like, ladies, if you've ever had someone go down on you and you're just sitting there like just completely unfazed, like just straight face, like I feel nothing. And so he did it for a tiny bit, and then I was like, okay, like we're done with that. And then I started giving him head, and he lasted, I swear, like 3 strokes, and he was done.
Holy shit!
And
I have
was
heard
like,
this story.
Okay, guess
And-
that's it.
Gonna wipe my hands of that, and this is never happening again. Good
And
day.
I'm pretty sure I like put my clothes back on, and I went back outside to the rest of the party, and I went in the pool, and I went swimming, and I had a great rest of my night. I was like, we're just moving on from that.
Oh, I have a story.
Oh my gosh.
I have a story that I don't know if you guys know.
Okay.
But freshman year, little old me freshman year, I actually did have a consistent booty call. So basically every time I went out, I would see this kid, and we'd immediately just end up hooking up every night.
Yeah.
Whether it be at the place we were at or like back home.
Where was I for this?
Freshman year, I didn't know you.
I was going to say.
Freshman
This
year of
was
college?
my host stage, Summer C, 2017.
Oh.
And one of the times we went back to the hall I was in, and we went on the top floor of Landis in the study room.
I've heard this.
And I
Oh, hell yeah.
sucked his dick. Just right there. And I'm positive at least 1 to 2 people walked through that room while I was mid-action.
Honestly, thrilling.
Mid-action. I was terrified. But, I think I did. It was...
So that wasn't
It was
a
a good
bad
time.
story. That wasn't like
Yeah,
a
I
horror
was going to
story.
say, this is worse.
That was a horror story because I swear to God, when I heard those footsteps, I was like, you
had a heart attack. See, I would have been like thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
What? Thrilled? I was like, all right, we got to go faster. Well, let's go.
No, it's like...
Well, I have a story. I was hooking up in a car, and we were, like, making out to music or whatever. He had his car on, the battery was on, but it wasn't running.
Yeah.
And the music turned off, like, halfway through, and we ignored it. And then we were done, and we were like, he's like, all right, let me take you home. And his car wouldn't start.
So
And
his battery
pulled up. A cop pulled up.
Love
and
that.
was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we were like, we were just hanging out, and the car battery died. Can you give us a jump? And he goes, no, we're not allowed to do that anymore. So I had to call my dad to come pick me up. And of course he knew what was going on.
Of course.
And I get home, and my mom's like, what were you guys doing at that park so late? Because we were parked at a parking lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, we were just, walking around the park at night, like, and of course they fucking knew.
I was taking a stroll down his pants.
Like, the fuck?
We were taking a walk.
I felt so embarrassed because I was like, my dad has to come give him a jump. Like, come on.
That's cringy.
So don't leave the car on, guys.
Yeah.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Your
Turn it
battery
off.
will get drained. Or, like, leave it on and just waste the gas. Just take the L.
Be sure to turn your lights off, though.
Yeah.
Waste the
I
gas
forgot
and
to
get
do
the
that one
ass.
Yeah. There was one time, actually, I was on top. We were parked at this parking garage that we always went to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
We've
the
had
parking
sex
garage.
in the same parking garage.
And we were up there, and, like, no one was ever there. Like, we were there just an obnoxious amount.
It was always empty.
Yes. And one time we were there, and we were, like, in the beginnings of hooking up, and a cop came, and he, like, knocked on the window, and I was, like,
No.
half dressed, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave. And we were like, yep.
I wonder how many times
On our way out.
he's driven that parking garage, because that's where I would go, like, all of
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we went back, and it was fine. That was the only time it ever happened, but that was definitely super cringy.
Good. All right.
I can't say, I've had a terrifying experience like that, I would say.
All right, next up. Have you ever had a one-night stand? And or how do you feel about them?
Fucking love them.
Really?
Elaborate.
Okay. I'll re-say that. I don't. They're not my favorite, but like they're fun.
Okay, and?
Do I need to say anything else?
No, give me more.
Do I need to
Why
say
are they
more?
fun? Like what makes them more fun than a general hookup?
Well, I think it's like the thrill of like the first time, the unknown, the new person.
Okay, I'd get that. I respect that. Yeah.
Like it's like fun. Like it's not something that I would make a habit out of.
It's kind of like exciting because you really don't know what you're in for.
Right.
Yeah.
It's new. It's thrilling. It's could be the worst sex of your life.
Right.
Could be the best sex of your life. Hit a miss.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hit a miss situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
they-
would definitely prefer to have a reoccurring, like, comfortable friends with benefits situation. But I think
it also helps because, like, the more you have sex with someone, the better it becomes because you guys learn each
Yeah.
other. Like, I actually read all of these questions off to my roommate and our friend Howie today, just, like, talking about stuff. And our consensus over the past, like, conversations about this is, like, yeah, they can be fun, but it's just better to, like, hook up with someone consistently. Like, the sex is just better.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like, you learn what they learn what you like, and there's none of that, like, awkward shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my track record says it all. Like, I've always had, I, like, pick one person, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you're good. Let's do this for a while. And then I, like, hook up with them for an extended period of time.
Very extended.
Yeah, and it's, like, for those reasons, but I
Mhm.
still think that hookups are fun. Like, I don't hate them.
Yeah. I've had, like, one night stand, and I don't even know if it technically is, but we were friends for, like, a good amount of time, and then we had, like, hooked up a little bit, like, made out a little bit one night, and then the next time we hung out, we had sex. But that was the only time we had sex.
Right.
And it was just, like, it was, like, fine because we were friends, and it was, like, exciting because it had kind of been building because we had hooked up before.
Yeah.
But then it was, like, not good.
Yeah.
It was just, like,
Underwhelming.
Well, the one
underwhelming.
good thing about one night stands is one night.
Yeah.
Just
But then
fucking leave it in the past.
We were, like, friends for a second after that, and I was like, this is kind of weird. 'Cause,
Right.
like, I don't know if you thought it sucked, but I thought it sucked.
Right. Well, all I'll say is that you can't really get to the extended friends with benefits part without the
Initial.
initial, like,
Bang.
hookup one night stand type
Yeah.
thing. And really, whether or not it becomes a one night stand or an extended period of thing just depends on how good it is.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you got to go for it.
Char, have you?
Don't knock it till you
I know
try
you have,
it.
actually.
No, I
But-
actually, right now, I think I'm more of a one night stand person than friends with benefits. I just don't want that relationship at all. Like, whether it is an actual relationship, just that consistency, like, I kind of just want to do it and then fucking
done.
leave it in the past right now. That's
Yeah.
just, like, the
Yeah.
type of mood I'm in. But, like, last summer, I had my one or two in New York, and
You're one.
I did,
No.
but, like, he was no common sense. So, like, that's probably why my roster was very much directed towards my ex. But anyway.
Well, yeah, but then there's the, like, traditional thought of a one night stand where you meet somebody at a bar and you go home with them. And I've never done that.
No, me either.
Oh, I've done that. Summer
And-
sea, baby.
Yeah, but then
No.
you kept seeing the same guy over and over again. So that
Yeah,
was consistent.
but it was nice because we only hooked up when we saw each other. I would see him a lot, it's true.
That does
But
sound really
those
nice,
nights that
honestly.
I didn't see him,
Mm-hmm.
new boo, new night, new experience.
New trying
night, who
so
this?
hard.
And I have no idea where I'm going with this, but
You rarely do.
but that
it's okay.
was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I would have to, like, talk to somebody for, like, a good extended part of the night to then be like, yeah, let's go home. Because I would totally do it, but it can't just be like, I meet someone at the end of the night and I'm like,
You're hot.
you're hot. Let's go.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
even the, like, fucking leprechaun guy that you talk about. Like, I met him at a party and I was just like, you're cute. Like, we're vibing. He didn't look like a leprechaun, just to be
No,
clear,
he
when
did
I met
not
him.
then.
Yeah, it was just like a vibing thing. And then I was like, okay, we made out. And I was like, okay, I could definitely see myself having sex with you. But I was like, I'm not going to do that tonight. And then I, like, talked to him for a couple weeks and then eventually did. But yeah, I also feel a little bit weird about just being like, I just met you an hour ago. Let's go have sex.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to catch the vibes before I can,
Yeah.
like, want to get down.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's the opposite of where I'm at right now.
Correct.
Well, I'm saying in general, before I want to have sex with anyone, like, if your vibes are off, we can't have
Oh.
sex.
It's all about the vibes.
At this point, I'm so picky that I really don't want to have a conversation with them because I
No,
will
that's
immediately throw them in the trash before I even get into bed.
But even
Like-
like if I talk to somebody, I can see if the chemistry's there where we're gonna, like,
Have good sex.
Exactly. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I know what I'm looking for in a sexual partner. And like,
Yeah.
if you're not showing me that while we're talking at the bar, like, then there's no way it's going to be good. And then I lose interest very quickly.
Yeah. I second
So,
that.
All right. How does one start a hookup? Like,
There are many ways.
They come to the door. No, not the actual act, but I'm saying they come to the
You
door. You open it, and then what do you do?
Well, since this has happened to me recently, you open the door. Well, actually, you couldn't even fucking find my door, so I had to go out and fucking direct his ass.
Flag him down.
Like, literally was like, "Yep, this is my
but
place."
to be honest, from the back, they all look the same.
That's true.
Okay. Anyway, whatever. We got through the door, and then basically we just went up to my room, picked a show on Netflix, had a conversation, asked him, tried to get through my 20 questions, didn't really make it that far, and then you just
That's
started
so
off.
funny.
Started.
So, like, I guess that was the first time you had seen him. So
Yes,
that makes
this was our
sense.
first time in person as well as canoodling.
Yeah.
See, most of my things, as I've said, have been like extended, like fuck buddy, friends with benefits things, and like we don't waste any time. Like, there's no Netflix shows, there's no like small talk. It's like you open the door, you're like, hey, how's it going, whatever, and then you start having sex.
Yeah. No, my thing is like, I would love to do that. That would make my life 10 times easier. But I feel like I can't do that until I get to a comfortable point with somebody where I'm
yes.
you know, you're coming over for this, like, let's do it, you know?
Right.
Like, you walk in the door and then it begins.
Right. Well, and that's why I wanted to preface that, like, most of my stuff has been like friends with benefits. Like,
Yeah.
you're you're coming over for this, and then like we've talked before, we've met before, we've hung out before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because like my most like the guy up here, we were friends with benefits, so we'd like actually hang, and then we'd hook up like during our hang. That sometimes I was like, I literally just want to go over there and have sex and leave. Like, that's all I want to do right now. Like, I do not want to hang out with you.
Yep.
Well,
And
you
I
can send signals for that.
I know, and
Because, like, I think when, like, whenever I'm having someone over, it's like I'm either in a talking mood or I'm just like, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
So that day I was like, I've never met him before. We literally started talking that day and then invited him over that day.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like trying to feel it out in the small amount of time I had, and he was just not about it. He was like, and we're off.
Yeah.
Blast off.
Yeah. I think, like, if it's a friends with benefits thing and you like already have some kind of relationship built with that person, like, if you don't want to hang out with them and you just want to have sex, like, fucking go for it. I remember one time I went over to my current boyfriend's place, and like I literally walked in and I walked to the bedroom and I just immediately started like kissing him and like going down on him, because I was like, this is what I would like to be doing.
Yeah.
So, but he liked it because it was like, oh, okay, like, you know, take what you want type thing.
Yeah.
So I think, like, if that's what you want to do, then like fucking do it, but approach it in like I'm a strong ass woman and I'm gonna get what I want.
Yeah, because my thing was always, I didn't want him to think, because we were like hanging out, like I enjoyed spending time with him.
Oh,
and
for sure.
I didn't want him to think it was like, oh, she's literally just coming over here to like bang. Because then I was like, well, then if he thinks that, then we might not be able to hang, you know?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I was like, I don't want to hang out with you after. Like, I just need to get laid. Like, that's all I want, you know? And I was like, not exactly sure how to approach that.
Yeah. I would try and just be upfront with it.
Upfront. You mean now?
Because like, yeah, we banged, and then like there were most of the time we would bang and then we would hang out like in between, or we would hang out after, or we'd like go get Taco Bell, or like then we would watch a Netflix show or something like that.
Yeah.
But then there were other times where it was like we banged and then it was like, okay, like I'm gonna, you know, I have shit to do, I'm gonna leave. But it was like, yeah, okay, like I understand.
And speaking of that,
I respect your decision.
How and when do you leave a hookup?
Oh,
This is actually probably one of the most awkward parts about everything.
It really is.
see, okay, if it's a good hookup, then like I kind of like I
Feel
sit
it
on
out.
it, like there's kind of that moment where he might do his thing and you might do your thing to like recollect yourself afterwards. And this is specifically why I put on a Netflix show, so there's not that awkward silence, and I could like, if I know the show, I'm like, oh my god, I love this part or something, and try to stir up the conversation again to signal that I don't want him to leave. While there have been times where I fucking hated the sex and I literally collected myself, he did his thing, and I hopped out of bed, and I'm like, I started walking to the door while talking to him, and he just kind of like followed. It was just like, kind of get out of my house.
And the hardest thing is like when you're at their place or when they're at your place. I think the worst thing is like when they're at your place, you have no control over when they leave, because you do obviously, but you can't just be like, cool, I'm done, and leave. Like you have to like give them the signals that it's time for them to go. And sometimes, like Charlotte's panic attack in the shower story, they don't catch on to the signals and they don't leave. And like I always have it's nice I have the excuse of being like, oh, like I have to go let my dog out, like I gotta go check on her, I don't like leaving her alone too long, whatever. But actually, when I was hooking up with my most recent ex, before we started dating, it was like after drinks or something, and we had sex, and he fell asleep. And I was like, and he had to get up really early for his job. So it was like maybe 11 or like 11:30 or something. And I'm like, all right, he has to be up in a couple hours. I don't feel like laying here either naked or in my like denim skirt, uncomfortable, pretending to sleep for 2 hours. Like, I'm just gonna go. So I got dressed, I like patted him on the head, and I just walked out the front door. And
awesome.
He texted me the next day, like when he woke up in the morning or whatever. He was like, oh, like, why didn't you tell me, why didn't you wake me up when you left or whatever? I was like, dude, you had 2 hours to sleep before you had to go to work. Like, I'm not gonna wake you up, and I honest to God didn't want to spend the night. So like I was like, I just snuck out the front door. I'm sorry if I left it unlocked.
It was always kind of weird with my current boyfriend. Like all of my other hookups I haven't had my own place, so it was never like am I gonna stay the night or am I gonna leave type thing. So that was my first experience with it, and it was always a little awkward. Honestly, I feel like it was more awkward for me when I was over there, because I was like, well, I don't want to be like overstaying my welcome.
Yeah, definitely.
And he was usually pretty good. Like he would be like, oh, well, like I have to get up earlier, or oh, like I'm gonna go to the gym first thing in the morning, so like what like I would be like, oh, okay, you clearly don't want me to stay the night, which is fine, I'll leave. And then there were other times where I'd be like, are you cool if I stay the night? Like, do you want me to leave? Like I would try and just be as open about it as I could, because I understand, you know what I mean?
Whenever I go to someone else's place, I am always on the phone with someone, whether it's like texting them or FaceTiming them, and most of the time whoever I'm like talking to at that time, I would like let them know. And like my close friends and I have like an emoji that we'll send, and once you send that, they'll call me like consistently as if there's a problem. And that's like nice. Whether they're in New York or Florida, I can pull the, oh my God, my friend like needs me right now, I'm so sorry, like I gotta bolt, because I'm just never one to want to stay. Even if it was good, like I'll sit in it for a few minutes. But like I just want to leave. Just either keep them waiting or just like kind of not even face the awkwardness. So
I think the thing I don't like most about staying the night is just, I like going home, getting into my own clothes, brushing my teeth, like doing my nighttime routine, especially being with my dog. Like, I hate to leave her alone overnight. Like, I'd never wanted to unnecessarily like burden you guys or like my current roommate with, letting her out or taking care of her or whatever. Especially as like a single person, I would just rather go home and sleep in my own bed. And like I'm definitely more cool with people staying the night at my place. Because the only thing I really care about is like being in my own bed with my dog and like wearing my own clothes, whatever, doing what I need to do. And if you feel comfortable staying and like we're cool, and like if we're in that position, then sure, you can stay the night. But don't hang around in the morning. Like, just go.
It was interesting. Like, he would not stay here very often, and I was just always like, okay, you want to leave? Like, he would just leave It was never like a, oh, okay, like I'm gonna go now. It was just like a,
right, bye.
yeah. And there were definitely times where I would go over there and I'd be like, okay, like I want to go home, so I'm just gonna leave. But there were also times where I was like, okay, I'm going over there to hook up with him, and like I'll probably want to stay the night, so I would literally like throw my toothbrush in my bag and like a hairbrush and like a makeup wipe.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
okay.
I would come prepared.
Oh, yeah, this is a very good question. All right, what's in your hoe bag?
Yeah, it was like toothbrush, hairbrush, makeup wipe, and like if you're trying to get like real thorough with it, you can bring like face wash or like pajamas, but like I'm just gonna sleep naked, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And if I'm staying over, like I don't really need to wash my face. I mostly just need to take my makeup off.
What I would usually do is, because like I just like sleeping in a big ass shirt just in case I fucking sweat or get really cold at night. It just like something's there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I would wear like one of my kind of like soft and sexy tops with like a cute bralette and leggings, and then all I would have to worry about is just throwing back on the leggings, and like I'd honestly just take the bralette off when I sleep. I'm in a still cute shirt. If you tie it up, then you can sleep in it. Fucking 2-in-1 shit, that bitch. And then honestly, toothbrush, hairbrush, hair tie.
Yeah, I don't
hair
need a hair tie, but I usually have one on my wrist anyway. So.
And makeup wipe.
Yeah.
It would be the worst if I forgot a makeup wipe. Oh,
it happened to me multiple times, and like I have always been so good about taking my makeup off when I go to bed, and it was the fucking worst when I would go over there and I would like fall asleep, or I would just end up staying over and I had to sleep in my makeup, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
I feel crusty as fuck.
Right?
Oh my god, yeah. My eyes feel like just glued together.
Yes, and it's like my face feels all greasy and
or it feels terrible if you have
never-
white pillows and your makeup gets on the pillow. Oh no.
Also, I don't know any man who has white pillows.
Really? Oh yeah, that's true. It's always navy sheets.
Yeah,
Always
they're always
navy
dark.
sheets.
It's like gray or navy.
Yeah.
Or like striped.
Oh yeah. But no, I never sleep in my makeup. So I'll always bring makeup wipes. I'll usually I would go over in like shorts or something, like jean shorts and a cute top or whatever, and then I'll bring a t-shirt, like a bigger t-shirt, so I can sleep in it and I can wear it out, leave in it the next day.
Yeah.
So makeup wipe, big t-shirt. I don't brush my hair because it's curly. And then either my toothbrush, or I would just bring gum.
Yeah.
Or like a little baby mouthwash, because
gum and chapstick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But then I always have a hair tie on my wrist. So that's all I needed. I just needed something to sleep in. I needed to take my makeup off, and I needed to make sure that my breath didn't smell. And and I'm sorry, I forgot. I would bring a summer's eve wipe.
Oh, interesting.
Because I cannot, like, I hate the feeling of going to sleep like that. And I would just like to clean up and make sure like nothing is unhygienic or like smells or like I feel gross. None of that. And it's just easy. You go into the bathroom, one wipe for your face, one wipe for your bottom. Don't mix them up because it might be a little uncomfortable.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then big t-shirt and toothbrush or mouthwash or gum. One of the three.
Deodorant.
Deodorant. Yes, always deodorant. Sorry.
Deodorant.
I would never bring that, but honestly, I'm not.
Oh, I need it.
I'm not a super smelly person. But I will say, like, he always had mouthwash, and there were a couple times where I just like wasn't planning ahead, and so I didn't bring like a toothbrush or anything.
Ew.
It was life-saving.
Oh
so
my gosh.
like if you're having people over for hookups, like buy some mouthwash. They will thank you.
That's a great idea.
I'm telling you, for all the ladies out there, soft and sexy t-shirts from American Eagle are lifesavers because they're like soft and baggy for
and
when
sexy.
you sleep in them. But then when you wake up in the morning, just tie that shit up, make it a crop top, throw on a cute bralette, and you're rolling.
Oh yeah, for girls with boobs, make sure that you can wear the bra the next day. I never wore a bra out of
I always
the
do a
house.
bralette. For my big boob ladies, bralette.
Yeah.
It's sexy. It keeps them up. It's comfortable. You're good.
I got mediums, so no bra for me.
I wish.
Let the girls breathe. Yeah, I really love the idea of a hoe bag. It's so important, and I would usually drive my own car over, so I could just keep shit in my car too.
Yeah, except
whatever
it
I
might
could-
get like melty.
Well, no, not deodorant, but I would stick, deodorant and the wipes in my purse, and then
Yeah.
I could leave my t-shirt in the car and then
Yeah.
just run out and grab it at night.
Yeah. And like an extra toothbrush.
My travel toothbrush for when I hoe out. And then kind of back to it. Do you have a foolproof way to get someone to leave after hookup?
I like hate to be like this, but like men can read signals. It's whether they read them or not. So like if I was walking to my door and was like talking to him, walking down the stairs, I would hope he got the message to follow me to
He's
leave.
like, I wonder where we're headed.
Or if it's the other way around and you go there,
Yeah.
and you're like kind of sensing that the conversation's dying and you're like, oh my god, this is awkward, fucking just pull out like, hey, my friend needs me right now. Hey, I gotta get up up early in the morning. Like, they're
just,
not
hey,
gonna
this was
question
fun.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, this was fun. Text me later.
Yeah, I
Have a
would
good
try
night.
I would try to not overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
Like if they're over at your house, you can like, especially if it's a reoccurring thing, just be like, oh, I have to get up really early in the morning, so like I don't think I'm, like if you can just not stay the night tonight, and like unless they're a shitty
Leave
person,
it open ended.
they'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem.
and if they say, no, I want to stay, then say, get the fuck out of my house.
Right, like
Or pretend to
that
have a
would be
panic attack
weird.
in your shower. Oh wait,
No,
no,
'cause
he didn't
even
get
that-
that.
And if you're over there and you want to leave, then just leave. Just be like, all right,
Mhm.
like, I need to go home, or I have to get up earlier. I'm peace out. This was fun, like Emily said. Like, just
Oh,
leave.
yeah. So the guy that I was hooking up with up here, he was like he was looking for this girl, and he was kind of over it because she would like overstay her welcome and just a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
So he pretended to get a call, left the room, and came back and goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot I have this work meeting. She goes, at 9:30 at night? And he goes, yeah, I just work really weird hours. I have to go. That was my boss. I'm going to be late. Like, where can I drop you off? So he drives her home. He drops her off. He starts to drive away, and he yells, thank fucking God, and realizes
Oh.
his car windows were down.
Oh, shit.
And he never hooked up with her again. It was only a couple times or something, but
Yikes.
he was like, I felt really bad, but it was just too much. He was
Yeah.
like, I was so over it. And the
Yeah.
funny thing is, the next day he used work as an excuse with me, and he goes, please don't think that's an excuse. He goes, please don't think, because I really like hanging out with you. I genuinely do have work. He's like,
That's
I'll show you
funny.
my text from my boss. And I was
That's
like,
funny.
dude, you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even at 9:30 at night, work comes up. It's crazy, man.
It's weird. Fucking weird. Yeah, the breakfast restaurant that I work at was having an emergency.
Hey, I used to work at this breakfast restaurant in Orlando, and we did have like a meeting at 7 p.m. one time.
I
And then
mean,
they fed us.
we've had like little parties, quote unquote, like in the evening. So I guess I could
Gatherings.
use that, but yeah.
I don't know.
So
I said
basically,
agree.
moral of
That
the
didn't make
story
any
is just
sense.
fucking leave.
Yeah, just leave. Or tell them to get out, like, as nicely as
But
you
when
possibly can.
when you leave, be like, this was fun.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Just be like, I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
So
don't say
that's all
that if
you
you have
need.
no intention of texting.
Yeah, okay. But, like,
So this was fun.
that was always my thing. I was be like, okay, like, I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah. Or just be like, oh, like, thanks. Like, my go-to if I don't want to text them again is like, oh, get home safe. Like, let me
Yeah.
know when you get home.
Yeah, that's good, too.
Because then it's like, oh, I care about you, but we will never do
But
this
get the fuck
again.
out.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. And last but not least, what makes for a good hookup
Ooh.
slash booty call?
Good sex.
Yes.
Non-complicated, like, emotions, conversation. You just got to keep it light,
Light to marry.
Keep it light. What else? But at the same time, if it's going to be like, I keep saying this, if it's going to be like an extended thing, I feel like you should be like super comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like comfortability is important.
Oh, yeah.
And good
Yeah, don't
sex
let-
is top priority.
Yeah, don't let someone else make you feel uncomfortable in situations like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, first of all, fuck them. Second
Yeah.
of all, like, who cares? It's something simple. It shouldn't be overcomplicated, like Elena said. And if it's not that for you, it's not doing it for you,
Yeah.
ditch 'em.
Yeah.
Tell them to get the fuck out.
No, honestly, just don't overthink. That's the reason you're at a hookup. If you wanted to overthink, you'd be in a relationship. You'd be making it complicated. They'd be making it complicated. But you're both here to hook up, so that's all you got to do. In and out, baby. Literally.
Yeah.
In and out.
In and out.
In and out. Over and over again, and then out the door.
And that's the title of this episode. In and out, in and out, in and out.
And this episode is called In and Out.
In and Out Burger, the hookup story.
Exactly.
All right, kiddos, that was it for me.
All right, it's game time, fuckers.
Do 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 do.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway.
I think I just sang the WWE theme song. I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's what we sang in one of the past episodes, so it's making a comeback.
So
Good.
basically, for this game session, I gathered a couple of weird hookup stories, and I think we're just gonna rate them 1 to 5.
I'm excited.
5 being the weirdest, 1 being no, you could get past it.
Okay, so you're gonna tell them all first?
No,
we're gonna go one by one,
not
baby.
rank them.
Oh, rate.
I thought you
them.
said rank.
No, rate.
Okay.
them. First one. I'd been talking to this guy from Tinder for about a month when one, quote, drunken night, I invited him over because we were hosting a dorm party. Oh, love dorm parties.
Throwback.
I got so shit-faced that not only did I tell him I was a bisexual, which I'm not, but I almost puked on him mid-sex. I ended up sleeping on my floor while he was on my air mattress in my kitchen. Stay classy, bitches.
Oh my god.
Why was there an air? Like, why weren't you in your bed and then he was on an air? I'm just so confused with that setup.
I'm assuming that they had a dorm party and then they all brought air mattresses for those who weren't in that dorm and could stay over.
Weird. Maybe she was just too
I don't-
shit-faced. She couldn't make it to the bed.
Okay. Well, I'd say
Honestly.
it's a 4. It's definitely not the worst, but
No, it's definitely not
great.
the worst. I got some bad ones in
I
here.
would say it's like a. I would say
it's
like
like
a
a
3,
Well,
2.5.
okay.
I still see it as, in the 2 range because she didn't puke.
Yeah.
okay.
She put in a little lie. That's like fine.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
feeling it.
There was one time I was having shower sex and I just got overheated and I started to get kind of queasy and I literally had to stop mid sex and I was like, okay, just gonna take a break.
Oh my gosh. That's always fun.
It was
Okay, yeah, I'd say 2.5, 3.
Yeah, 2.5.
Cool.
Okay. Next one. We were making out. All was fine and well. And then he pulled away to try to do the whole, like, look deeply in your eyes mid hookup thing. But when he pulled away, his face went from this is so hot to horrified. Turns out his nose had started bleeding and I had a good amount of blood spread all over my face. He tried to keep hooking up with me after we cleaned it up too. Yeah, not a chance, bud.
Oh
wow.
my god.
Honestly, I would have
never
that wouldn't have
happened to me.
deterred me. A little blood never hurt nobody.
I don't know about that.
No, I mean I would have been like, oh, like let me fix this, but then I would have continued. You know what I mean?
let me clean out my face. You go plug
I
it
don't
up.
think-
Here's
Right.
a tampon, and let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
You hit it from the back, so I don't have to look at you.
You don't need that nose hole.
I don't think I could keep going after a guy's nose blew up on my face with blood.
I could.
I'd
Yeah,
kind of be
I
a little. It would take some. Elena looks at me like, "Yeah,
Uh-huh.
bitch. Where are you going with this?"
She doesn't know where she's going with this.
It would take some distraction to get me back.
Okay.
Just turn around.
Wait, so what was that? Like
I would say
I'd
a
say
3
still
because
2.5,
I would say a
3.
3.
3?
just
Okay.
because of
3
the
'cause
blood,
they're-
like that's a lot.
Yeah.
And she was clearly not into it. She didn't continue the hookup.
Yeah.
All right. A kid was fingering me painfully while we were hooking up. When he finished, he had blood all over his hands and his couch from me. Guess that's what he gets for fingering me so viciously.
Oh my
Ow.
god.
Okay, I've actually done this when I had like period sex
Uh-huh.
on someone's couch,
Yeah.
and it did get on the couch, and it is the
That
worst
sucks.
thing that could happen to you because they're first of all we're both like, how the fuck do you get it out? And then the embarrassment hits that like, oh, this is my period blood on this bitch's couch. Like,
Yeah.
The
I've
couch
never-
is unfortunate.
Yeah, I've never gotten it on anything, but like just put a towel down. But
Yeah.
I'd say this is probably a 4 because like first of all,
just
ouch,
the
like don't
embarrassment.
Yeah.
don't viciously finger somebody. Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I'd say a 4. Just because that
I would say
shit
4 too.
sucks. It's hard to
Yeah.
get out.
Because at first I was viewing it like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. But then it's not this bitch's fault. This
Right.
guy just didn't know what the fuck
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
doing.
First of all, she was in pain. Second of all, she has to deal with the embarrassment. Third of all, she has to deal with like cleaning this up or like just ditching him, you know?
Yeah.
I was hooking up with a boy that ended up being the best sex I've ever had. Not to mention he was the hottest guy I've ever been with. Good for you, girl. Nothing about our sexual experience was awkward except that the fact that I left his house with a limp. I threw out my back, bitch. I literally could not move for about 5 days and I had to lie to a bunch of people as to why I was on bed rest, but it was definitely worth it.
Holy shit. That's
She was on
amazing.
bed rest?
I've never
5
gone that
days.
far, but I definitely have. I have bad hips, and like in certain positions for too long, they like get out of whack. And I've definitely left some dick appointments limping for sure, and I've had pain for a couple days, but never on bed rest.
Yeah, that's intense.
That is intense.
I've had like, if I'm like doing doggy style, like face down, ass up, like
That's the way
real
you-
arched.
woo.
You know what I mean? Like real arched.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes afterwards, I'm like, oh, my back kind of hurts.
yeah.
I've definitely had the hips and also like the inner thighs sometimes.
I've never had that.
Right here.
I've had hips and back.
Is the inner thighs a thing? Because I've definitely had that.
Well, yeah, if you're like
Especially when you s-
stretching for too long.
Okay. Definitely, there's been times where like the next day when I like go down to pee.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I've definitely-
It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've definitely fallen on the toilet because my legs have given out on me.
I've done that,
especially
like, right
directly
after.
sex.
Yep.
And like, but the next day I've been like, I need to stretch my hips more. Like, your girl's
Yeah.
old.
Okay. This one's pretty short. Okay. Peed in 5 different guys' beds after banging them.
Oh
After
my.
what?
Banging them. So she,
Okay,
like,
I would say that's
fucked
not
him.
uncommon because our friend, and I won't name any names.
How many beds you pee in, Em?
Like, no. Our friend, she had sex with her boyfriend and then like woke up in the middle of the night and had peed the bed. Like, and she was like, she hit him. She woke him up. She was like, we gotta change the sheets. I just peed.
I've never
imagine
done that.
that
That would
on a,
be
like,
so embarrassing.
a first like hookup.
Yikes.
Well, no,
peed
they
the
had
bed?
they had been dating for a while.
No, but I'm
so it
saying
was
like
fine.
imagine.
I
like,
would
if it
say that would
wasn't
be like a strong 4.5.
Oh yeah, I would fucking leave. I'd
Yeah.
be like, you don't know my real name. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go
Moving to Mexico.
in witness protection program.
We have not been rating these.
Yeah,
We didn't rate the last one, but that one's a 4.5.
Okay. What was the last one? Oh, threw out her back. A fucking 5, bitch.
Oh.
I feel you, man.
No, threw out her back.
But bed
No,
rest.
because it was worth it. It was worth
Three
it.
and a
I'd say it's a
half.
3.
Oh, okay, yeah. If
Because
he
she
was
was-
like ugly and it was like her worst fuck, then
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh,
She'd be like,
poor
not
girl.
worth it. But she was like, yeah, I'd do it again. 10 out
Yeah.
of 10 would do again.
Okay. Next one. One time I was about to have sex with a guy and realized I forgot to shave a spot on my vajayjay. So I ran into his bathroom and quote unquote borrowed his razor just for a few minutes.
Oh my god.
Popped a squat on the toilet to do the damn thing, and as he walked in, I dropped it into the toilet because I was so frazzled. Needless to say, he thought the plop sound was me taking a huge dump until he later realized it was me actually using his razor to shave the rest of my vagina.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
5.
God,
That's
5.
a 5.
Definite
That actually
5.
Okay, this reminds me of my hookup story. So I was over at his place and I thought I had finished my period, but the first time we had sex, I guess it like revamped it.
Yep.
And I go into his bathroom and I like wipe and I'm like, holy shit, I definitely just started my period again. But he'd run out of toilet paper.
Oh.
So I used the last like 3 sheets. And I was like, holy fuck, what am I going to do? And luckily I was wearing like a liner. So I was like, I'm just going to put my underwear back on. But I had the water running so he couldn't hear me pee. And so I'm like silently scouring his drawers, his cabinets. And luckily I found baby wipes.
Yes.
So I just like used the baby wipes for the whole night. Because we had sex
Damn.
again and I had to be like,
Yeah. Yikes.
oh my gosh.
Okay. I had my boyfriend over one day when my roommate was out and I was giving him head. We were both completely naked and suddenly I hear my sweet mate and her family go into her room, and I thought nothing of it because I didn't think she'd come into my room. I was very wrong. Thankfully her alone and not with her family. So she saw me mid-act and then we all screamed and she ran out, and then later she told him that he should trim his pubes, and I was very thankful for it. Fucking savage.
That's
Oh my god.
Oh my
I'd say
God.
4.
Yeah.
I would say, but she apparently
Well,
she saw everything.
I'll give that
That's
like a
different.
3. I
Really?
think. Yeah, because, like, if her family had walked in, too,
That would be a
then
5.
it would be crazy. But
I
if
think
it
it would
was
be a
just
5
her, it's
if
like,
family
it's a
walked
little
in.
embarrassing, but whatever.
So I think it's a 4 because she saw everything.
Yeah.
It's different when you
She
walk
knew
in on the
enough-
act and then you can
Yeah.
like throw a cover over and like no one saw shit. We just kind of assume.
She knew enough to be like, hey, you need to trim down there, buddy boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, one guy I was hooking up with took eating me out a little too literally. ... There was blood.
No.
Men,
He bit her.
what the
He
fuck?
bit her.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's not that hard,
5.
gentlemen. It's not.
Ew. Ow. 5.
How do
Five,
you?
five, five,
where
five,
do you learn this?
Like, not even porn do they, like,
Wait,
chomp
what kind
on
of
it.
porn are you watching?
Nah.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Make her bleed, bitch. That's what
Holy
porn they're
shit.
watching.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, my God.
If a
That's
guy
gonna
ever,
give me
like-
nightmares.
Also, okay, what was that girl like? If there was blood, something had,
had to
to
have
hurt
hurt,
at
yeah.
some point, and she was just like, "No, that feels so good."
No, but what if one point he was, like, nibbling, and then he just nibbled a little too hard, and then she was like, stop, and looked down and was bleeding.
I don't know. That would fucking suck.
You know?
Men, don't
Also, how
gentle.
the fuck
Be
does-
gentle.
No
it does not
teeth.
take much.
Like,
'Kay.
we don't want teeth on you. We don't want teeth on us. Not there. Okay?
Imagine all of the nerve sensors in your entire dick in one little area.
In, like, literally 1 square centimeter.
You don't
It's
gotta
not
do
that
much.
hard, like-
Wow. I'm so sorry, girl.
You heard it here
Oh
first.
my god. I met up with this girl that still lived with her parents. We fucked on the couch in her basement and we decided to try anal. When I pulled out, she wound up shitting on the couch. Her family thought it was the dog and had him put down.
Fuck?
5.
That's
How
a 6.
Fucked
Yeah.
is that?
5.
You can't kill a dog on the show, Charlotte. We don't
Yeah,
talk about that.
My issue is why the hell are you gonna put your dog down for shitting on your couch?
That's got to be made up.
Just
I can't.
That's fucking terrible.
I never want to think about that again.
Thank God it wasn't the last one.
Oh my god. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's not leave on that note.
Yeah, please. Oh my God. I'd make you find another.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. One night, I accidentally had sex with the tampon in and then had to wait in the ER for 9 hours to get it removed.
No, that's a 5. Are you kidding me?
9 hours?
Oh my God.
Okay,
no.
first of all, how?
If you
How did
forget, you have
not
it in.
See the string, or like at
How-
least
okay,
you feel.
how do
Men
you
don't
forget-
look down there.
How do you forget you have it in? How does the guy put his penis inside of you and not feel that there's a tampon there?
the string? They don't see the string either.
Right.
Like
I have
I don't know. When
what?
you're in it or when you're inebriated, like, people forget things and things just happen.
guess.
And if it was
Maybe
like
the
a
guy was
quickie,
blind. I don't
he
know.
could have boom, and then it just gets shoved up there.
Ow. That probably
Basically-
hurts so bad to get that
basically,
removed.
what we have learned today, is men suck at eating out, and then 2, look before you do.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please.
Just don't have sex because it's going to end up terribly.
Also, if you want them to leave, just tell them to get the fuck out.
Yeah, just fuck in
Oh,
and out,
yeah.
baby. In and
In and
out.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for listening. You can find us on Instagram at Babes and Bad Decisions and on Twitter at BABD Podcast. Email us at babesandbaddecisions@gmail.com, and you can now also find all of our episodes and videos on our YouTube channel. Just search Babes and Bad Decisions Podcast. If you like us and want to support us, please take the time to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/babesandbaddecisions. All right, Em, what's our outro phrase for today?
A jalapeno seed in your booty hole? It's more likely than you think.
A jalapeno seed up your dick
Up your
hole.
penis hole.
Do you like some jalapenos?
All right, y'all.
and
Thanks
we're
for
out.
listening. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.